And today's presentation will be about our new study program, the governance of organizations. We will talk about the course itself and also about the admissions requirements. I would like to now introduce you to Professor Bartosz Makowicz. He holds the chair of Public Law, European Law, and Commercial Law. He is also director of the Viadrina Compliance Center, where he leads various compliance management projects. Professor Makowicz studied law in Germany and France. He is a qualified lawyer with a license to practice in Germany. Professor Makowicz is the creator and the head of the Governance of Organization course, and he will now talk to you a bit more about the course itself. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Monica. Warm welcome also from my side. I'm really happy, and I would like first to thank you for applying for the new course. It's actually a brand new one. So once you get admitted, it will be the first year of this program that we will start in this autumn. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the content of the course, about the idea of the course, about what can you expect from the different courses that you would attend, and then what are the possibilities, of course, after you have finished the studies. And then Monica will take over and introduce you to the formalities, the admission requirements, and all that organizational issues. So first, maybe I would like to refer to the picture that you can hopefully see in the background. Can you see it? You can see the picture. Okay, and just to let you know, this is not a random picture that we downloaded from the internet. It's an actually very real picture of our institution, which is named, you can see the name on the building, Collegium Polonicum. It's a joint research and education institution of the European University Viadrina in Frankfurt. Frankfurt is a city. When you look carefully at the picture, you will see a river behind the building, and this is the river at the same time the German-Polish border. So the building is on the Polish side, but our campuses are on both sides. And the other partnering university is, as mentioned before, the first one, the European Viadrina on the German side, and the second one is Adam Mickiewicz University in Poznan. So this is a joint institution. And within this institution, we've been conducting different research projects and different study courses as well. And the governance of organizations is the brand new one that we will now start in the next winter term. What does the acronym mean? GOO with double O means go fast to your aim, to your purpose, follow your purpose, your goals, but do not forget how important the way is. So the way will be the 3 years, 6 semesters altogether of studies. OO means double opportunities. There are different opportunities. I will talk about it a little later. Double profit, double countries, since you will be living in a very heart of Europe on the Polish-German border. And of course, the most important meaning of GOO is the abbreviation of governance of organizations. The fundamental form, it's a full university bachelor, BA, so the Bachelor of Arts, that is granted after 6 semesters, so 3 years, by the Adam Mickiewicz University, AMU, from Poznan. The duration are 3 academic years. The language is entirely English, but we put a strong focus on foreign languages. So you will have the opportunity, and it's even part of the studies, that beside English, you will learn another foreign language. Since usually you will come with your mother tongue, which could be any one of the worlds, and the study language is English. And then in addition to that, you will have opportunity to learn either Polish and German or any other languages. But our strong recommendation will be to teach you Polish or German, so that you can continue the studies after obtaining the bachelor degree, either in Poland or at any university in Germany. The place of studies is Collegium Polonicum, so this beautiful building that you just is seen on the other slide, and this is in the very nice little town Subice, which is a double town, kind of a joint town with Frankfurt on this other side of the Oder River. The study content, it's an interdisciplinary approach, combination of overall skills, mainly political science, how to manage organizations, what are the basics of governance, but also with law, legal science, and the basic studies. I will talk about that in a moment. There are very small fees that are charged by the university, but Monica will touch upon that point as well later on. So let's move to the next slide. Who can study? And the admission requirements, they are very generous. There are actually only 2 requirements: high school graduates from all over the world who fulfill the enrollment requirements, a sufficient conduct of English language on the B2 level, and the third requirement is referring to the first one, the documentation that entitle you to take up higher education studies from your country, so from the country of origin where you graduated from the high school. Some reasons why to study Go. There are 2 tracks what to do after obtaining the Bachelor of Arts. You can stay at any other university in Europe or abroad. So it's a global outreach. You can choose your best universities from your dreams and continue the education on the second level, which will be then the master level, or the place of the world, since the content that we will be teaching within the study course is an universal one. So you can take the function of governing and managing the organizations all over the world, different organizations, since the bachelor degree is the so-called first professional degree from the university. So this is said, and the concept approach is to make you able to work already after the bachelor studies. But still you have the option to continue the studies on the master level. So put another 1 or 2 years on top and then get a master degree from of course our university, but also any other universities. We are planning to have only 1 small group to ensure the high quality of learning. So the group will be limited to 30 students. So if you are going to decide to apply or you applied already, hurry up, because as soon as the capacities are exhausted, we will not be able to admit any other person. It is a very unique program, and you will see on the next slide why is it so unique. It's because it's not entirely legal studies, it's not entirely political studies, it's not a communication studies and so on. It's a combination of all these different sciences that you need as your skills when you are thinking about governing or managing organizations, when managing them on different levels within the organization. So this is also our approach and concept that we have elaborated in different conversations, also with people from the practical world, from companies, from the public institutions, and asking them, what do you desire, what do you wish when you are searching for new staff, and the skills that are desired in the organizations are in these 3 categories that you can see here that will be followed during the whole 3 years. The first category, it's a political science, and we call it also overall skills. The second one is the legal science, the law skills, the law pillar. And then the third one are basic studies, including internships, so first practical experience, learning another languages, issues of digitalization, of management, of communication skills, project management, and all those qualities that you would need when working in an organization. The concept of the Go studies is based on the definition of the organization that is deriving from maybe you have heard about the ISO, the International Organization for Standardization, and the definition set by the standards for governance of organization. It's first a social group that follows a specific purpose. So all organizations are purpose driven. There is a reason why we are creating an organization. The organization is operating at different levels. It can be on a local level, it can be on an international level, it can be on a global level. When, for example, we're talking about international organizations, kind of NGO like OECD, the NATO, and so on, can have different forms. It can be a company, it can be an international organization, it can be a public institution as well, and has impact on society and the environment. This is a very important issue that we can summarize in the definition of sustainability. So that goes to the first track, the overall skills. Then at the same time, the organization is operating in line or must operate in line with specific rules and regulations, including legal framework enacted and national European Union law, international levels, and so on. So this is something we are going to cover within the second track, the legal skills. And then the organization should pursue its objectives in a sustainable manner, respecting the environment and the individual. So these are the social aspects, the environmental aspects that are currently covered by the concept of ESG, the environmental social governance. So this is something we are going to teach within the track 3, communication and basic studies. And all these 3 tracks will be followed by all students from the very beginning of the studies. So you will start with the first, the second, and the third track from the first semester, and you will follow them in a particular progression. So starting with introduction into overall skills, introduction to legal science, introduction communication, and so on, and then getting more and more professionalized up to the last semester, the 6th semester, including then writing the bachelor thesis. So this is the idea and the concepts, and of course there are interlinkages between the 3 tracks and of course on particular level as well. So summing up, this will be the last slide on the content. When studying governance of organization in a bachelor degree at our university, first you have to be ensured about the universality and multidisciplinarity. Universality means you will be prepared to work in any kind of organization. The multidisciplinary approach means that you will study political science, overall skills, the soft skills, but as well as legal science. Then the second group, internationality and languages, are very important to us. Go Global means course addressed to students from all over the world. So you can see already in this group today that you are representing very, very various different countries from all over the world. Go multilingual means we will study in English as a basic language, but on the same time, students will be invited to learn additional languages, at least one additional language. So at the end of the bachelor degree, you will speak fluently at least 3 languages, which means your mother language, mother tongue, English language, and then additionally one another language. Go abroad means the possibility of exchange semester within the studies. So once you will decide you are studying go at our institution, but you would like to go to maybe another European city for a semester, to any possibilities, we have different agreements and partnership programs with other universities. So there will be the possibility of exchange semester within the Adam Mickiewicz University mobility programs. And then last but not least, future and practice. As mentioned before, you have these 2 options. After having obtained the bachelor degree, you can continue your studies on a master level, preferably at our university or partnering university in Frankfurt or other, in different areas. You can specialize in legal science, you can specialize in political science, in international human rights, for example, and other options. Or you can decide that you are qualified enough and that is the end of your university education with the bachelor degree. And with this degree, you have great opportunities to get on the market to start working in actually any kind of organizations. So that was very briefly from my part, the presentation of the content of the governance of organization of our new course. And now I will pass over to Monica back so that she can tell you a little bit more about the formal requirements, the formal issues, how to proceed now with the applications. Thank you very much for your attention.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Professor Makovic. Okay, so now let me share my screen. Okay, perfect. So let's continue. If everyone can see my screen, hopefully. So Collegium Polonicum is a unique academic institution, a result of cooperation between Adam Mickiewicz University in Poznań and the European University Viadrina in Frankfurt-Oder. It is located on the Polish-German border, close to Berlin and Poznań, and it really is a pioneer and leading example of how to create a long-lasting academic cooperation, not only between the two cities of Subice and Frankfurt, but also between the two countries of Poland and Germany. So by studying here, you will not only be in daily contact with English and Polish language, but also German. And also, yes, visiting Berlin could not be more easy, as it is only 1 hour train ride away. Perfect. So now let's talk about the enrollment procedures. So I think most of you possibly have enrolled already into the program, but on the top of this page, you can see the link that will take you to the recruitment website. So then you create your candidate's account by hitting the enroll button. Yes, so you'll also find the most important deadlines. One of them is the 11th of July, and this is the enrollment end date, deadline for fee payment, photo upload, and submitting your documents obtained abroad. We have received so far a great number of applicants, which we are very happy about. But if for any reason the candidates submitted for admission would not be able to join us, we would be extending the enrollment period. So if you feel like you won't meet the deadline for any reason, like please let us know, send us an email so we know you are still interested in this program. So as it is an online admission system, just as a formality, I'll say you do not submit any paper documents. Documents should be scanned into separate file in a PDF format. And then once you are accepted in the program at the beginning of the academic year, which is the 14th of October in Collegium Polonicum, you come to the student office. So you come and see myself, where you present the original document, so I can certify that your scanned document was also authentic. And I will speak to you a bit more about the documents in a moment, but before we move on to that, just to say another important requirement at this study program is the English language proficiency at a B2 level. And this can be confirmed by an official certificate or diploma. If you do not hold any official certificate, you can confirm your language skills by taking an online test organized by the AMU recruitment committee. So the link to the test can be found in your candidate's account in the attachment section. It's the one with the paperclip icon. So you go on there, you scroll down to the bottom, and you will see the test. The tests last 1 hour. You get 2 attempts, and you need to score 100 out of 150 points in order to pass. I would also like to mention that for any documentation issues, we do have Student Relation Office who is responsible for verifying your documents, and you can see their email on the screen. I will show it again at the end of the presentation. So just to say, you can also contact them for any issues. Perfect. So now let's talk a little bit more about the required documents for international students. So if you do not have the Polish Matura Diploma, which is a secondary school leaving exam, you will have in your country an equivalent to that. So if you finished a secondary school education and you had an exam in the end, you would obtain a diploma, and this is the diploma that you want to use in the admission process, and those are the grades you will input in your candidate's profile. So if you already hold a bachelor degree, you do not insert the bachelor degree results, but the secondary school leaving results. If your diploma doesn't have grades on it, you need to scan an appendix with the list of grades that is issued by an official educational institution. Perfect. So on the screen, you can also see the list of countries which the certificates and diplomas are recognized by the operation of law in Poland, which means those documents may be filed directly with the university. So you can have a look if your country is there, and that will mean you can file your document directly with us. And now the part that might interest many of you. So we have two ways of authenticating the documents. It is apostille and legalization. Apostille is an attestation that your certificate or diploma that you have is authentic, thanks to which you can use it abroad. Apostille is issued in a form of a seal on the document or a separate document that you need to apply for in the country where your original document is from. To apply for apostille, your country must be the part of the Hague Convention. And you can check on their website. So you can go to Hague Convention website and you can see the list of country who is a part of that convention. If it is, then you can contact the competent authority, which is also pointed on the website in your country, where you can obtain the apostille for your documents. And then we have legalization. It's another way of authenticating your documents. So legalization is required when your country is not a part to the Hague Convention. It is then done by the Polish consulate in your country. And the consul certifies your document, certifies the authenticity, the stamp signature of the foreign official on your original documents, which then allows it for its use in Poland. Important thing which applies to both apostille and legalization is if your original document is not in English, you need to have it translated by a sworn English language translator, but only after you legalize it or you acquire the apostille. Because the legalization part also needs to be translated, so the consul signature, the consul stamp also needs to be translated. So first you do the authentication of the document and then you translate it into English. Otherwise, the translation will not be valid because it will be missing the legalization and apostille point. And now let's move on to the results. Results will be given in the online admission system in your candidate's account. The admission procedure involves a competition among secondary school diplomas or documents equivalent to the Polish secondary school graduation certificate. So there is no official interview. It is all based on this competition. The ranking list of candidates is established based on their grades. Grades in modern languages like English, for example, history or social subjects, but also if you took additional or different subjects, your grades will still count. They will just be recalculated by the recruitment committee. And the results of the selection procedure will be provided on the online admission system, like I said, and it will be on the 19th of July. So upon logging in, you will see your score and also the score required for admission, as well as information on being selected or not being selected for the admission. And lastly, let's talk about housing. Collegium Polonicum students have the possibility to stay at our modern dormitories situated right in the center of the city, around 900 meters from Collegium Polonicum. So you can see the campus on the screen. It's a really nice modern campus with 5 buildings. There is a gym, tennis court, basketball and volleyball pitches. And there are also post office, supermarkets nearby. The housing offers single and double rooms, which are fully furnished and with bathrooms available as well in the rooms. The accommodation fees are given in euros, just so you have the idea of the prices, but then they are to be paid in Polish zloty. You receive your individual banking account, which you make the transfer to. So for the single room with bathroom, the cost is around 184 euros per month, and for the double room with bathroom is around 137 euros per month. The application for the placement in the student house is available directly on the website in the document section. So you can see that DS Slubice AMU Edu.pl is the website for the student housing. There is also a virtual tour available, which I recommend you to go and have a look so you can see for yourself how the campus looks like and what are the facilities like. Perfect. So that's all from my part. Thank you so much for your time and attention. You can see on the screen again all the contact details, so you can see our main email for Go for any documentation issues, and also you can follow us on Instagram. That's at collegium.polonicum. Perfect. So we hope you found this presentation useful, and if you have any questions, we will get to that in a minute. I will just stop the recording.